Hi everyone, and welcome for this new week on behance.net/live, a new Adobe Live show dedicated to a creative campaign. So we will explain what this is, but we will start the first show with James Curran.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good to have you back.
Good to be here again.
On the live stream, but this time, last time it was in Paris, and this time we're in San Francisco all day long. Maybe I can explain the schedule of the day. So we will start with you for 90 minutes. You are the motion designer of the team. I will explain what it means. After, we will welcome Christine Arth, still on behance.net/live. She's the graphic designer. She will work on branding, identity. And Jessica Moon is the UX designer working in XD. And finally, we'll end the day with Tracy Shing, who is an awesome illustrator. And I will be hosting today with Kathleen. So what is the concept of this week is that, as you can see, we have a motion designer, graphic designer, UX designer, and an illustrator, and they will all work on the same campaign with the same brief. So the brief of the week is that we want them to market and work on a fictional new conference, new event, which is for creative people. And the core value of this event is create and share. Okay, so it's about sharing with the creative community all the best design practices. So this is the theme, and we also want you to participate. So we have a daily challenge today. We want you to create the badge for the conference, and all the details are in the challenge tab. So if you're on behance.net/live, you have the chat, info, and challenge tab, where you can download the template and create the badge and share it with us. We will do also some random giveaways. We will do more than usual, so really stay tuned in the chat, be active, ask questions. I see people from Portugal, from the UK, and from Ukraine, all around the world. This is awesome, and we're very happy to have James live with us, as known as Slim Jim Studio.
Yeah.
And so if you have to introduce yourself, like, how would you introduce yourself?
I'd say I'm an animator more than a motion designer, usually.
Animator.
But
okay.
They're kind of the same thing. It doesn't really matter what you call me. But yeah, I mean, I do mainly animation with After Effects. A little bit of Maya for 3D stuff, which I might get into later on in the week. And yeah, I kind of just do character-based things, which I think is why I don't really see myself as a motion designer, because I think character stuff is usually more animation-based. I don't really do a lot of design like with kind of text or kind of logos anymore.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
To me, that's more motion design. But
yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah, if you don't know the work of James, then we can check on my computer and check his website, Slim Jim Studios. So there are a lot of projects, including this one that I really like. You know, when you and I guess you got noticed, like also with the first one, it was in New York, I think.
Yeah.
And this one was in Tokyo, 30 days, 30 animated GIFs in Tokyo. And this is the type of style.
Last April, feels like a lot.
Wow,
longer
yeah.
than that.
Sushi. So yeah, I invite you to discover the work, but like look at all these crazy animations. And you were challenging yourself because you had to create one animation per day.
Yeah. And yeah, it's kind of the same today. I've got to do one animation in 3 days, but I've only got 90 minutes each day, so it's sort of almost the same time that I was taking to do each day. And yeah, I guess for this brief, yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do, but I think I'm going to kind of start with a character, which I guess could be kind of seen as the mascot for the conference, maybe. But then I think maybe once I've seen the other people this week doing their work, I might try and kind of change what I've done a little bit to kind of match what they've done to make it feel like it's all part of the same brief.
Awesome. Yeah, because we still don't have a name for the conference.
Yeah.
So Christine Arth, who is next, will be in charge of working on the identity, finding the name, the logo, and the mood. So maybe after you can get some inspiration.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think she checks your work too to make sure that she doesn't go in a totally opposite direction when it comes to your style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. You want to jump start?
Yeah. So just in After Effects, I've got my palette here, which I kind of always used as a starting point, and it's just kind of a few shape layers, different rectangles in different colors. I kind of use that just to pick from, rather than using kind of random colors from the palette. I guess to start with, I'll just make a circle, because that's usually how I start things.
Always start with a circle.
Yeah. Yeah, for the character, because it's kind of a creative conference, I'm going to use a paintbrush as the character. A paintbrush with a face on.
A paintbrush, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just...
And Ryan has already questions about your equipment. So you're working with a MacBook Pro. We were talking about this.
Yeah.
Not the most recent one.
It's not the
but we
most
love this
recent.
one.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I kind of like it because it has all the ports still.
I think that's a 2013.
I think mine's 2015, but I think it was just
Oh,
before they
2015,
brought
you're
the new
right.
one out.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And so he's working, with After Effects, and they're asking about the memory. What type of-
I think at the time it was like the top spec one that I got. So 16 gigabytes.
Yeah, 16 gigabytes. Yeah. And so he's working in After Effects using a Wacom tablet.
Yeah, I use a
Interesting.
Cintiq sometimes, but I don't really
Oh.
use it to draw on that much. I pretty much just use it just to have a second screen.
Yeah.
I might even
check
use,
the emails.
I might even use that to kind of
Yeah.
play Netflix on the Cintiq.
Lisa Fernandez says, wow, awesome work similar to Julia, but in motion. Yeah, we had an illustrator. I don't know if you know her work. Her name is Julia Zaovo. She was live with same time as
Yeah,
Marley
I think I
the
might have
same
seen her.
day.
I think she was
Yeah.
on the hour before.
Yeah, that's her work, with
Yeah.
very
It's kind of
basic
similar.
shapes. Yeah. But that's also like, she does, character design, and you are the animator. You should work together. And
Yeah.
so you usually always start in After Effects. and
Yeah,
do
I mean,
shapes,
you
right?
don't really have to. I mean, you could use Illustrator. I never used to just because I found importing from Illustrator to After Effects more complicated. But then now
Yeah.
there's a plugin called Overlord, which apparently makes it a lot
Okay.
more simple. But still, I think for this, because I kind of have to be really quick, and I still haven't had a chance to really play around with Overlord. I kind of need to, I still don't really know how to illustrate in Illustrator as well as I can do in After Effects. But yeah, it's kind of the same workflow, just using shape layers, which is just like vector-based shapes to build things.
Yeah, we have Mutia saying asking, is it easier to make illustration in After Effects than Adobe Illustrator? Actually, you have the same basic
Yeah,
tools.
it's kind of the same. It's not really different at all, really. I think it's just down to your kind of personal preference.
I would say that you have the basic tools. So you have you can add vector shapes.
Yeah.
You can use the pen tool. You can select anchor points, play with the Bezier curves. But that's it. When in Illustrator, you have maybe 40 additional tools if you want to do blending. But when it comes to just creating the character, I think you have all the tools in After Effects. What's good here is that in After Effects, you will see when he will start animating over the 3 days, you really need to understand the structure of your design. You will end with a lot of layers. And you create compositions inside composition. And I guess what you find difficult is when you receive an Illustrator file that also have its own structure, and you need to remap everything in After Effects.
Yeah, I think that can be a problem. Because usually someone who's designing for you in Illustrator won't really think how that will make it easier to animate. They kind of just illustrate in a way that
that works for the design.
it might become more complicated than it needs to be. So doing it in After Effects directly, I try and keep things as simple as possible. So this is going to be like the brush.
And we have some people asking if you ever try other animation tools. So they're talking about Adobe Animate, which was Flash.
Yeah, when I
before.
first animated a long time ago, I used
with
Flash.
Flash, Me too. Flash.
And it was, I think at the time it was definitely the easiest one to get into. It was quite kind of simple simple interface for animation, because it's kind of traditional frame by frame stuff really, so you can kind of draw in there quite easily. And at the time I quite liked the style of illustration that it kind of gave you. I think now I've kind of
The brush was awesome.
Yeah.
You would feel that you were like a much better.
Yeah, because it kind of clean all the
just
lines up.
cleaning
So you
the
just
lines,
do a rough line that would come out pretty perfect.
Yeah, if you want to try, especially if you have a tablet, for the people watching, you should try to download and install Adobe Animate. It's part of the Creative Cloud, and use the brush, activate the pressure, and start drawing something. You will feel so much better.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if you could actually incorporate that into After Effects.
It would be nice,
But
to have the same engine.
yeah. Yes, it needs to be
It's
simpler.
like merging
Yeah,
25 years of code with 25 years of code.
just rewrite the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Mucha is asking, so do you have sometimes to work with other illustrators, or most of the time you...
Not recently. I mean, I sort of wouldn't mind doing that because I definitely prefer the animation side of it than the illustration side.
Yeah.
So if I can be given nice illustrations to work with and just animate them, I wouldn't mind doing that. But it kind of used to be what I did more often. I think now people ask me to illustrate as well. But I don't often really illustrate anything that isn't animated. Pretty much all the work that I do is animation.
Yeah. Juan is asking, is this guy a brush? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I think this will be the character of the animation. And do you plan to create a loop?
Yeah, obviously. That's all I do.
So today he will focus more on the illustration.
Yeah, I
side,
might get around to
character
starting
design.
some rigging sort of. I mean, I don't really rig that much anyway.
Okay.
But kind of simple setups for animation.
And tomorrow he will focus more on the animation part with the keyframes, how to loop. You will learn everything if you stay focused. And on the day 3, so he will show something new. New on Adobe Live, which is how he imports 3D models
Yeah.
that you created with Maya, but it could be any 3D
Yeah.
3D software, and how you include these 3D models in your animations.
Yeah, I won't really show the modeling side of it, so I might have the model ready beforehand. It's more kind of the rendering and how to import the model in the cameras into After Effects, which is kind of it works
the
well
camera,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is there an example I can show where you used 3D?
It's quite a lot of them, really. If you go on to...
This I remember the car.
Yeah,
no?
the car's 3D on that. But I guess for that one, I didn't import a camera because it was just a fixed camera.
Oh, yeah. And stay tuned, we will do more giveaways this time, and we have new prizes actually. Usually we give away poster illustrations and sometimes Adobe XD socks. Adobe XD is a new tool. And
Yeah.
they produce socks. Don't
Yeah,
ask
I
me
want
why.
some
but-
After Effects socks, though. I can't see any.
So we have new goodies today. Hi Henza, thanks for joining. So the topic of the week, the brief, and maybe you can display the screen, is that we have 4 designers joining us, and they will all work on the same campaign. So we started out with James, then we have Christine Arth, who is a graphic designer, Jessica Moon, the UX designer, and Tracy, the illustrator, and they all work on this brief, which is marketing a new conference for creative people, for you. And the cover of the conference is create and share. About this concept also of open design, such we have the open source in the developer community, so it will be the open design where you share all the practices, and which is basically what all our guests are doing on Adobe Live, But let's pretend that this will become a real conference.
Maybe it will be.
Maybe.
I think it's good to be to share your process. I mean, people always ask for tutorials from me. I mean,
Yeah.
normally just I haven't got time. to
Yeah,
do
a
it,
lot of our
but, I
guests
mean,
are giving us the same feedback.
Yeah. but-
Tracy, for instance, who will be live, the illustrator.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, it's such a good opportunity because I have emails like every week
Yeah.
of people asking how I create my illustrations,
Yeah.
and I don't have the time to record a video tutorial, so
Yeah.
let's do it live."
Yeah, I'd say the main thing to kind of take from these tutorials, I wouldn't necessarily try and copy what I'm doing and do it yourself. I mean, it's better to kind of just look at the techniques that I'm using and try and create your own project from that.
So we have a question about the layers. So do you create each shape in one layer or add to one? So in After Effects, maybe you can explain how it works.
Yeah, it kind of depends what I'm doing. So like here with the body part, which is the whole kind of body, it has the metal part at the top, the head, in the same layer as the kind of wooden body of the brush. which I'm not sure if I'll keep it that way. But some things it's better to kind of keep them separate. So the top part here is a separate part because that needs to kind of rotate independently. And even though you can rotate a shape within a layer, it's going to be easier to do it as a separate object.
You rotate the layer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with the mouth, I kind of drew just a stroke for the shape of the mouth, but then I have a separate layer below that, which kind of has the mouth detail in. So it has like a separate tongue shape within that layer, and then it's just matted to the shape of the mouth above. So that if you want to change the size of that, you can just animate that.
Nice.
And then move the tongue inside that as well. And then I need to add some paint on top of the brush. So what I'm doing is, should I do it that way? Keep it within. So I'm duplicating the shape of the outside of the brush. So when I'm using this as the paint part of it, but then to keep those shapes both the same, I just link one of them by alt-clicking on the keyframe button and then linking it. So if you change this path now, they'll both change, but I'm going to make another shape within that, which is going to be the
shapes inside shapes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you duplicate the first one.
And then intersect. So this is like the shape of the paint.
Oh, it's like the Pathfinder. Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
so
nice.
it's like paint,
like
dripping.
paint.
Yeah.
Awesome. But because this is in the same layer, if you change the properties of the layer, such as the position or rotation, it will rotate everything.
Well, it's mainly the path that I'll animate, but yeah, this is
you will animate the path.
So moving this point here is actually moving two paths, two shapes.
Clint is asking about the color palette in the top left corner. So this is just something that he's using most of the time. This is your color palette.
It's no different to what I mean. In Photoshop, I managed to make my own palette, which has these color swatches in.
Oh,
but I don't know how to do that in After Effects. Maybe you can do it, but I couldn't figure out a way of doing it. But it's going to be easier just to have it here in the comp, and you can just pick the colors as you're doing it.
The color picker, yeah.
I find that way usually you don't. I don't know. Sometimes if you're using the color picker, the colors change slightly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make this drip shape a lot wider than it needs to be, because as he turns around, it needs to move kind of to make like fake 3D movement.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you mean.
I could just make a simple short version of it and do a repeater, but I'm not sure if that's really going to work that well. It might do. Maybe I will.
We have Agatha in the chat saying that she has recently started learning animation. It's so much fun seeing your designs coming to life. Nice, Agatha. So let us know what type of animation, how do you learn it, which tool? And we will do our first giveaway in about 12 minutes. Stay tuned. Brian is asking, is there a reason why the color picker is not 100% accurate? So usually, it depends on the tool, but it's more like it's creating an average of the pixels around. So it won't pick like one pixel. It will pick a set of pixels. And this is a setting you can change in Photoshop, actually. You should check in the settings. It's quite fun to play with it. And you can say, okay, I want to take maybe 15 pixels around the color picker and just pick the average. So if you pick a little bit on the edge, it might take some tint from what is around and then slightly change the color, that's why. But I don't think that anyone complained. I'll tell you, this red in this animation is not exactly the one you're using in the other one.
It's usually mainly a problem, actually, when I import stuff from Maya, because when you render things in 3D, usually it's actually quite a noisy image because it looks flat from a distance. Once you actually zoom in close, you get a lot of different shades of pixels.
Shades, yeah.
I guess it's just how the renderer works from Maya, which is why I try and avoid using 3D things too much. Because when you compress them as GIFs, you get a lot of compression noise.
So someone's asking about the badge. So yes, for the challenge today, we're still looking for a name for the conference. So we will work with Christine. She's coming next. But we want you to design a badge. So to design the badge, you can get to the challenge tab and download a template. So if you check the challenge tab, you have a link to this free Adobe stock template. The way it works is that you have layers here, and you need to open the layers, double click on the layers, and then you can really design whatever you want. Okay, so you have several layers. If I come here, just to show you, you can really design in the layer whatever you want. And when you save and go back here, it will update the picture. And this is what we want you to share with us. If you want to create another badge design, you can. Someone is asking, should I create an animation of the badge? I mean, why not, if you want. And for the moment, you need also to find a name for the conference. So it's a conference for creative people. Craig is asking, have you ever tried the Ray Dynamic Color for palettes?
What is that? I don't know.
Ray Dynamic Color. Probably not. No, I don't think.
No, I don't even know what that is.
No.
So I haven't. But tell me what it is.
Is it in 3D, Craig? If you can give us more details. Okay, so Agatha is giving us more detail about animation. I got Adobe After Effects Classroom in a book plus tutorial from Creative Cloud and YouTube. Nice. Yeah, do you meet a lot of like more and more animators and motion designers? They just learn on YouTube, see what I mean? Like,
as opposed to going to university,
Yeah.
you mean? Yeah, I think so. I think most people now, I mean, even I went to university, but I taught myself how to animate. I didn't learn After Effects at university. I learned a little bit of Flash and Maya, but didn't start using After Effects until after I graduated. So now that's my main software. So I think you definitely can teach yourself.
yeah. But did you learn all the fundamentals and basics of design or animation at university or no? Not really.
No, not really. No, I still kind of taught it myself. I mean,
Wow.
it's just more. You learn that mostly through practice yourself, anyway, really, and kind of figuring out what works and what doesn't. I did a lot of like film theory and stuff at university. It wasn't so much animation principles.
I think they're looking for a name for the brush, like a Peter Pan brush, shoulder brush. They're just looking for a name.
Yeah. What do they call them? The Peter Pan brush.
Munir's asking, is Christine the designer who designed the new PayPal logo? Yeah, that's her. So she will be joining us in 68 minutes.
Very cool.
Hey, Johnny Vino, good to see you. He's asking, how do you brainstorm and come up with humorous ideas? What does the process look like?
I can't really visualize it. I mean, it's just thinking of ideas. I don't know. I mean, part of why I do the GIF-a-thons and travel is you go to actually see real places, and it's actually seeing that place that inspires you a little bit to do something funny. So you kind of go somewhere and kind of just look around and kind of, oh, that could be funny, animating that in this way, seeing how things in real life move. Like with Tokyo, the robot animation that I did, went to see the actual robot, and then I just thought the way that it walked was funny. So that was kind of enough on its own to make a funny animation. So sometimes you have to actually go and see real things to get the inspiration.
And do you sketch on paper some ideas,
Not
or
really.
you just visualize it?
I'll sometimes write notes,
Okay.
just like a couple of words, just to remind me.
Of the concept.
I don't really sketch that much anymore. I should do. I don't know if I'm going to give this character legs. I kind of quite like that he just floats. He's going to have arms, but I like the idea of it just being sort of like the paperclip in Microsoft Word.
Microsoft Word. So this new circle, is it for the arm or
This is going to be the hand.
the hand? Okay.
Yeah, or one of the hands. I'll probably do the limbs with rubber hose, I think, in the end. But when I'm designing it, I usually just kind of do it with paths at first, just to get the shape, and then I'll kind of recreate that with rubber hose.
Oh, okay.
In the previous live streams I did with you, I didn't use rubber hose just because I wanted to show how to do things with paths, but I think for this, it's got to be quite quick. It does save you a lot of time.
Yeah. And we have our first giveaway in 5 minutes. So stay tuned if you're watching to get a chance to win a giveaway. And we have exclusive prizes today. You just need to be active in the chat. So make sure if you watch to sign in, say hi, ask a question, but just be active in the chat because we'll randomly pick someone. Mariam's is asking, can you please talk about the timeline a bit when you're animating this? Yeah, so for the moment, he's just working on all the shapes and he will start animating. So either it will be today, but mainly tomorrow.
Yeah, probably tomorrow. I think today I'll just focus on design and getting it set up because I've got to do a background for this as well, which because I want him to be like within like the interface of either Photoshop or After Effects.
And they're asking you, how long have you been working in After Effects?
Well, I started university in 2001. That's the first year I ever used After Effects.
Oh, yeah, that was,
like 16 years.
in 2001, it was changing to just to launch After Effects. Yeah, just to launch it. So it was like
I can think of what version. I think it was maybe like, I don't know, version 4 or 5 or something.
yeah,
I don't know.
the silicon graphics. Like you
But
needed
even then, I was mainly using it to kind of composite things that I was doing in Maya. I wasn't really using it as like an animation tool. It was just kind of importing layers from Maya, adding some effects maybe. So it's more like it's an effects tool, post-production. I don't think I actually started using it to animate properly until, like for characters, until the introduced shape layers, which might have been like, I don't know, I'm not sure what year that was, but before that I was mainly using Maya for character stuff.
And today you're a freelancer, you'd say? Yeah. And have you always been a freelancer, or when you started?
No, I've been freelance for about 7 years, I think. Before that, I worked in video games for a few years. Actually, in that, I used After Effects a lot. They had like a script they wrote to export character animation from After Effects to the game. But then with that, I was using shape layers, but it was you had to save out all the different body parts as PNGs. So it was kind of a long process, but they exported like XML and SVG code.
Hi, Alan Milana from Dubai. Thanks for joining. Hafid is asking you, do you always have these styles like from the beginning, or it's a long process until you find your style?
I always did like flat shading. Even when I was just using Maya, I'd always kind of do like cell shading.
Oh, okay.
The characters looked a little bit different to what they do now, but it's quite similar. And then I guess I didn't really start using like shape layers for vector animation until like 2011. And it kind of developed from there. It's changed a bit since then. And like every year I'll sort of decide to change something in the way that I design characters just just for fun. But I think it didn't really happen on purpose that I had a style. Before that, I was always doing different things for each project. I could always come up with a new style for each pitch that I did for a project, and it was a lot of work. Now it's a lot easier because you kind of just do the same thing.
Yeah, it's true. Ash is asking, how long does an average 3-second animation take to animate?
I mean, for the GIF-a-thon stuff, especially in Tokyo because they're more complicated, they'd be like a full day's work. Wow. So maybe like 8 hours on average or something. This will be a 3-second loop, but hopefully in the end. And this will be, what is it in total?
So yes, for these ones, 8 hours of work.
like the earthquake one. This one was
Whoa.
the easiest one, I think. That was because that's only
Because you just distort.
it's only 12 frames of animation. But actually, it isn't an effect. It's done by hand. The movement, the wave.
Ah, but you did some perspective for the building and stuff. I mean,
Yeah, but
There's
it's,
some
it's,
good
it's all
details.
like that's all After Effects. It's all like fake 3D.
yeah, but this one.
A lot of it's kind of coming up with the idea. So if you've got a really good idea to start with,
Yeah.
you'll animate really quickly. But if you kind of start without having much of a developed idea for it, then you
Yeah,
spend
you
hours just
struggle
kind of
and
thinking, going
yeah.
back and forth.
Makes sense. Okay, it's time for our first giveaway. So be active in the chat. Say hi, let us know where you're from, because we will pick someone, and the first prize is an awesome one. Look at that. I don't know if you can see, but there's an Adobe logo shining here. It's a huge bag. And you can put your computer, the Wacom tablet,
Yeah, but everything. in
microphone, everything. So yeah, be active in the chat. We'll pick someone for this awesome new prize. And we will do more giveaways during this show. So be active, stay tuned. Orange, yeah, it's more red, but yeah, with a little tint of orange. It's a nice color. It's a nice color. That's nice at the airport, you know, when you're waiting for your luggage. At least
Yeah.
this one you can spot it like right away. Among all the black suitcases. Hi people, we have people from Switzerland, from Morocco, awesome, Los Angeles. So you are in LA now? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time we met, you were living in London,
Yeah.
and now you work with studios in LA. What is the main difference? Like, how would you describe the main? I mean, is there any
I don't think
difference?
there's much difference. I mean, even being in LA, I still mainly work with. I don't always work with people in LA. It's people all over the world.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It sort of doesn't matter where I am. People always kind of approach me from different countries. So I sort of just move to wherever I feel like being at that time, or where kind of the companies that I'm working with are kind of based. But yeah, I think these days you can. All you need is a laptop, really. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
even have to use the tablet that often. I pretty much usually just use the trackpad, and so
okay.
I can work in airports, planes, whatever.
Someone's asking, what is in the bag? It's empty, Tatsuya. It's, you can put whatever you want in the bag. Used in La La Land. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I'm just doing some nulls now to kind of parent the body parts too, which is like sort of basic rigging. I'm going to do some rubber hose for the arms.
Oh, maybe you can explain what this is.
Yeah, it's just a plugin that is really good because it makes
It's a
it much
standard,
easier.
right?
Hmm?
A lot of people are using
Yeah, I think
this
it's
plugin
like
for rigging.
probably one of the most popular character animation plugins. And obviously, it's I think the latest version you can use it in different ways, so they aren't always just kind of strokes for arms. You can kind of parent things and do more kind of IK rigging.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really use it for that at the moment. So I'm just going to parent the hand to a null instead of just parenting the hose to the hand. And then if I
So Merv, Yudis is asking, will James show us how he integrates objects from Maya to After Effects? Yes,
Yeah.
he will do it on day 3. So James will be live for us over 3 days. This is day 1. He will be back tomorrow at the same time. So it's 9 a.m. Pacific time because we're live from San Francisco. And he will also be back with us on Thursday, same time. And this is the lineup of the day, in the week actually. So James Curran, Christine Ars, Jessica Moon, and Tracy Xing. 4 different profiles: animator, graphic designer, UX designer, and illustrator, all working on the same brief, pitching this new conference for creative people. Oh, and I think I will get the name for someone who will get the bag, who has been active in the chat. Okay, maybe you want to read the name?
Is this one name?
I think it's a first name and a last name. Yeah.
Is that Manch? Kersey? I don't know.
Is that it, Gus? Yep, that's it. Ah, okay. So congratulations, Manch Kersey. You will receive this beautiful bag. We will send you a private message on Behance, so make sure to check your inbox. And you will receive this bag. So stay tuned. There will be more giveaway. There will be another one in less than 30 minutes. Let us know where you're from, Manch, what you do. Are you a designer, a motion designer? Or maybe you're just watching. Maybe you're an accountant just watching Adobe Live and you will receive a bag.
So now, yeah, I've got one of the arms parented to a
Okay, here
rubber
we go.
hose. So just as you move the hand around, it will kind of do the arm animation
Nice.
sort of for you.
Mohammed is asking, can you repeat the name of the plugin?
Rubber hose, you can see it here. I'm not sure if I've got the latest version. I probably haven't because I don't update things that often. So the latest one might be better than this. But I mean, you can do it quite easily without the plugin because I'm not even going to do anything that advanced with it.
That's this one, right?
Yeah.
So that's the name of the plugin, Rubber Hose. And it's just $45. That's it.
Bargain,
One
yeah.
shot, yeah. So if you're a character animator, I mean, you save a lot of time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's worth the investment.
It means that you can kind of
Oh, and Overlord is by the same
exactly,
company.
yeah.
So with Overlord, it's Vector Workflow Salvation. So I guess it was for what you were mentioning when you import
you can
stuff
just
from
literally just
Illustrator.
copy and paste layers from
Oh yeah,
Illustrator to
it's to
After
prep
Effects.
Illustrator files. Ah, it's an Illustrator plugin.
I think it's kind of for both.
Yeah.
You literally just copy and paste.
That's
so
nice.
it makes things very smooth.
Awesome. Hi Yezu, yeah. Thanks for watching on the desktop to say hi in the chat. So the team is actually working on adding the chat feature on mobile devices. I think the designers are just fixing a UI bug for Android users, and we will enable it as soon as possible. This looks like a Rick and Morty character. Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not a bad thing. A good
Point,
character.
Jimmy. It's Penbush Rick. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's sort of almost a basic rig now. Oh no, that's not.
Oh.
What's not parent?
Something is
what?
missing.
Something's missing. Oh yeah, this hand.
Yep. I love this string
Yeah.
in After Effects.
What is it called? Pick whip. Is that
Pick
the-
whip, yeah.
Yeah, I've got the body. It's parented to this. And then
Oh, okay.
the hands. I still might change it a little bit depending on how I decide to animate it. Then I'll also, usually what I do with the shadow is parent the X position, the horizontal position to the body. So if you just separate these dimensions, and for the X, if you link that to the X of the body, and when you move it, it follows, but doesn't follow it when you go up and down. So as he's kind of floating around, you could probably do an expression as well to link the size of the shadow
Cool.
as he moves up, but I don't really need to do that.
Is After Effects the only tool open? Just want to make sure. Because I hear the fan. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll just do this.
Just does that sometimes. Maybe it's Rubber Hose is just doing too much work.
Yeah,
I don't know.
oh, give me a break. It's not a CPU. Give me a break, Rubber.
I can close Photoshop.
Stefan is asking, have you used or heard or checked out Lottie? Like body moving. Lottie.
No, never heard of that.
No. But there, yeah, I mean, so many plugins for animation with After Effects.
Yeah.
It's good to try a few because they all have different philosophies, approaches to recharacters and animate stuff. So it's good because usually there is a trial version, so you can try it for a few days and just pick the one you prefer.
So I actually do need Photoshop open because I want to recreate kind of a simple version of the Photoshop interface.
Mm-hmm.
I'll close that toolbar. Seems to be calming down now. I just took a screenshot of Photoshop, which I'm going to import into After Effects just to sort of have as a reference.
And today, so we remind you, we challenge you to design a badge for a conference. So the brief is in the challenge tab. We already received an entry, actually. And so they picked a name for the conference. They call it Max. David said, oh yeah, must be Max. Or the World Gaming Conference. ID photo here. Yeah.
Isn't that already in Adobe Max?
Yeah, I think there is already an Adobe Max conference somewhere. It will be our competitor. We will compete with Max. Thanks. Good job, David. So keep sharing because you can get a chance to win a Creative Cloud subscription. And we will review all the badges that you share during this show, and we will ask James at the end of the show which one do you prefer.
It's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. So far, we already have one entry, so it will be easy.
Okay.
So yeah, I prefer this one. Christine is asking, what is your pre-planning process, if you have one?
I don't really plan that much. I mean, a lot of it's just in my head. I just think, oh, I've got an idea. I'll just kind of do this, and then as I'm doing it, it might change a little bit. I think normally I've done something similar to any idea that I've got, so I'll know, just based on past experience, what will work. But I think, yeah, I kind of like just developing ideas as I go, really.
Nahwal is saying, you make it look easy, James. Yeah, but I think that's also the beauty of like watching our guests, is that at some point when you practice and master the tool, then it's all about like it leaves a lot of space and freedom for your concept and the creativity.
Yeah.
So
I'm definitely not a master of anything in After Effects, but you can just figure out how to use it for the things that you use it for.
Yeah. Especially After Effects, like you have so many ways to use the tool. Like you can do so many things. Just do special effects on movies or title design. Yeah. You see how the computer is quiet now. Oh.
Yeah.
No more rigging.
Maybe it's just my old MacBook needs replacing. So yeah, I've got this palette, but I think for greys and things, and also like skin tones, I pretty much just kind of vary things depending on what I feel like looks good for that. But for kind of primary colors and purples and greens, I'll use the palette.
Okay, so you move on the new composition. So maybe you want to explain what you have in mind now?
Yeah, well, the character, I'm keeping that separate, but I'm going to merge them back together. So I'm just making a background, which is kind of a simple version of an interface, because I want it to be like the characters
UI.
opening a window into the software. So in this window here, I'm going to have a curtain, which he's going to open.
Ooh.
Which is a similar thing I've done before in a previous GIF, which is partly why I chose it, to kind of explain how I did that.
Awesome. And maybe you noticed, but there will be a new giveaway in 15 minutes. Stay tuned, stay active in the chat. We can only pick someone who is saying something in the chat. Ash is asking, have you ever tried, or do you try sometimes for fun different animation styles? Like something.
Yeah, sometimes I'll do like hand-drawn stuff. Like with my Cintiq, I'll do hand-drawn animation in Photoshop, but that's usually just
Like,
for fun.
What's the name? Cell
Yeah.
animation?
Yeah.
Have you tried this iPhone app called Animatic?
I tried a different app on a Samsung phone, which was like, because it has a pen on the phone. On the Note 8, and it wasn't that bad. It's kind of fun sitting there on a plane with a phone animating.
So there was one which does like a cell animation with onion skin.
Yeah.
It's called Animatic.
Yeah, that's one more thing that After Effects could do with this onion skins.
I have never used it in After Effects. Oh yeah, that's it. Animatic. So no, it's like super straightforward, like just a few features.
Mm-hmm.
But what they have added recently is that you can export your frames to Photoshop.
Right.
So you say export to Photoshop, it will open the PSD file and everything. And you can really just sketch, the basic stuff, and then refine with the Cintiq, directly in Photoshop.
Okay.
I was quite amazed by this app, and the free version lets you do a lot of stuff. All right. Ash is asking what are onion skins. Yeah, it can sound weird,
Yeah.
If you don't know what this is,
it just shows you the previous and the next frame, or the previous two frames, or the next two frames as kind of semi-transparent layers over the current layer, so you can kind of animate frame by frame a lot more easily. You can see the distance between the movement of the previous frame.
So this is in. Yeah, okay. This is a terrible example that I found on YouTube, on Google, but it will show the concept. So on this frame, I guess that the current frame is the red one, and when it's brownish, it's the past, and blue is the future. Okay, so it helps you like seeing like what's coming next, what has been done previously, and you see the opacity changing. So yeah, just a good way to draw on top and. But seriously, if you want an introduction to cell animation, so you can try in Photoshop with the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
It has onion skin too, and you can try Animatic. So it's a free app. It will show you also this concept. Oh, the curtains are coming.
Yeah.
They are like, oh no, not a bouncing ball again.
But I mean, if you learn to animate, it's really the best thing to do first. If you do that well, then you can animate anything.
Mary Troy is asking, can you do stop motion in After Effects? So actually, Mary, we had a guest. When was it? 2 weeks ago. Her name is Becca Klassen. Looking for her Instagram. So her name is Becca Klassen, okay, and she does stop motion, and this is what she did live on Adobe Live. So if you with candies.
That was with real candy, so she had it.
Real candies, and it was with taking pictures from the top. Oh, this is her working.
Yeah.
In the studio. So invite you to watch the replay. All the replays are available on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. And so she ended, she imported all the pictures in After Effects to create the final animation with stop motion.
I'll show you the animation this is sort of referencing.
Oh, okay.
This one.
Whoa. Oh, so nice. Oh, I like at the end how it just comes back
that's
a little
what
bit.
I'll show tomorrow once I start animating it. But yeah.
And do you want to zoom in also?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that's the plan. But this actually was all done in After Effects.
It's running
even though it's 3D,
popcorn
but
is so funny.
I'm going to do this with an imported 3D object as well in the scene.
Wow. So good. Jet is asking, how do you export a GIF at the end?
You have to wait till the very end, but I mean,
You will see.
it's quite simple. You just I export a video from After Effects, just uncompressed QuickTime, and then import that to Photoshop and export it as a GIF, just slightly tweaking the settings to keep the colors clean. But it's there's not much to it.
And Brian is mentioning Dragon Frame for stop motion. Yeah, so this is what Becca was using live to create, to take the pictures with tethering. So every time she would take a picture, it will go to Dragon Frame, which is not by Adobe, but this is the standard for stop motion. And Dragon Frame shows you the onion skin also, and shows you also you can have a reference. That's what she had, a reference sketch in the background with opacity. So when she was placing the candies, she had the lettering in the background.
How long did that take you to do? How many hours did you work on it?
It took 2 hours just to... So it was funny to watch because it takes 2 hours to create the final piece.
Yeah.
So she places everything and say, okay, now I'm happy with the lettering. But the way she animates, she reverses it. So she removes the stuff.
Right.
And then after she reverse the animations to pretend that this is building the lettering. And it took 2 more hours just to take the pictures, removing the stuff. And then 2 hours to work in After Effects. Color correction, masking, and adding some vector animations in After Effects.
Yeah, it's pretty time consuming.
And she told us that she took the candies because it's very colorful, it's easy to manipulate. But when she does that with coffee or fruits, it can become very complex, very long. It was a lot of pressure in the studio because we couldn't touch the table. So there were sandbags everywhere. Alan is asking, so when you get an idea, do you draft it on paper? So he was sharing with us that you just sketch something, just take notes. So you remember the idea.
It's just written ideas, yeah.
But you visualize everything.
I pretty much do all my sketching, I don't really sketch, but I do just designs in After Effects. I'll occasionally kind of sketch a character or something on paper first, but...
Well, we have a character designer in the chat. Look at that. Jet Landis. He did with 5 characters. That's good. Okay, so we have the curtains. So how do you do the... Because here, it looks flat, so...
Yeah.
How do you add shadows or...
Yeah, I'm kind of doing that now, just adding...
So you add additional shapes.
Yeah, I'm doing a map of the main curtain shape, which I've done, just with the details that I want to add below that.
Oh yeah, okay. So you have a few lines and
Yeah,
and it's
just
enough.
kind of lines and a little bit. It
Yeah.
don't need much. It just kind of needs to be fairly simple, just so you can animate it without too much trouble.
And the top is good also. Like adding
Yeah.
something at the top
Yeah.
that is fixed, it
Mhm.
really helps. Someone is asking, have you tried Character Animator? Do you remember this crazy tool?
What do you mean? No one uses it anymore.
Yeah, it's in Creative Cloud.
Yeah,
it was in beta for a
it's
long
where
time.
It's kind of like animates for you sort of thing, based
Yeah.
on like
Using the webcam.
or like cursor movements
Yeah.
or like follow things. But they used it for The Simpsons, didn't they, for one episode? or
Yeah, they
something?
use it for live.
Yeah,
So for The Simpsons, they use it for live, and they prepared animation
Yeah.
with a key shortcut. So it was Bart Simpson, I think, or Homer.
I think it was Homer. It was like
Homer
answering questions.
answering calls live.
Yeah.
They use it for also a cartoon with Mr. Bean in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wish I can find that.
I've watched that cartoon. I didn't realize they did a live version.
Yeah, they did it was a Facebook Live. So they rigged everything. Wow, look at the layers. Wow.
But then they just changed automatically depending on.
So you can say for the face, just track my face.
Yeah.
So if I speak, and also depending on the sound, it will change the mouse,
Yeah.
It will recognize the sound, and then and you can prepare like rigged animation for the arms. Like if I press I don't know, F, then it does that, or it moves to the right, to the left, and they have added a walking cycle too.
Yeah. I think for certain things like live animation, it's definitely useful.
Bruno is asking, who is the guy that we always see in your animation?
Who is it? It's me. Well, kind of.
Yeah, like,
You
in
kinda
the
started
back.
off
You're
as
hiding
me,
you
but-
yourself, but if you move
Yeah.
to the right, you'll see.
It's kind of
That's
sort
it.
of the same.
Yeah.
I had longer hair when I started it, so that's why it's got a big quiff.
And we have another giveaway in about 5 minutes, so really be active in the chat. If you're just watching, we invite you to say hi, say something. So the second giveaway, and that's a new one, maybe I should open it. We'll send you a fresh new one, okay? We won't send you this one. Sorry, it makes a lot of noise. Oh my god, this package is a mess. There we go.
Are you wearing
So
them
they're
now?
all familiar with the XD socks, but look at what we found. The Creative Cloud socks. With I see Illustrator, InDesign, Dreamweaver. Actually, it could be a game, you have to recognize, like Photoshop. And this is for the winter. I mean, no, you don't suffer from the winter anymore. Not that you're based in LA,
No,
but
exactly.
for
Yeah.
people who are still in London. So yeah, be active in the chat. Make sure to sign in and say hi. Someone is asking, why don't you use Behance that much? He doesn't have time.
I don't really post most of the work that I do, to be honest, anywhere, even on other places.
You use Instagram a lot. Like,
Yeah, but even that, I
But-
don't really post client work that I make on there that often, and I guess I just haven't done many personal projects recently.
Yeah.
I think my Behance is just my Gifathon projects.
Yeah.
So when I do some more of them or something similar to that, more personal things, I'll post them on there. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's kind of hard. There's so many different platforms to use.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I forget that there's other things that I should post to as well.
And there is this thing also, like when you're like very busy, when
Yeah.
you like anyway, when you get projects all the time, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's hard to find the motivation to update a portfolio.
Yeah, I
make
mean, I
it
haven't
look very
updated my
clean.
website in about a year.
Yeah.
Then no one really looks at it anyway. I don't know. People just look at your Instagram these days or Behance or whatever. They don't really care about your actual personal websites.
Oh, Ash is asking a good question about the GIF-a-thon. The GIF-a-thon, like, is it a personal project or was it for a brand?
No, just personal projects. Yeah, I mean, before I started doing the first one, I kind of did ask people, "Would you pay me to do it?" And I said no.
Nice try.
But I think now they probably would do. But now that I've done it myself, I kind of want to keep it as a personal thing. It's kind of nice just doing something for yourself. Sometimes you don't really need someone to pay you if you can afford to do it.
That's good. And they're asking about would you ever host a community GIF-a-thon thing? Oh, like the event, like what's the name? The coding event. Hackathon, this type of stuff.
Right.
It will become a GIF-a-thon.
Yeah.
That? Why not?
Yeah. So
we were talking about, you will be speaking at a conference in...
Pixoplasma, yeah, in Berlin.
In Berlin.
In May. But yeah, it's not a bad idea. I guess people could do their own GIF-a-thons, but I don't know how you'd make it a community thing. I mean...
Yeah, could be an event like one afternoon, or where you explain the basics and then you change them to create something in 3 hours. I don't know. Could be.
Yeah, but I think the whole point of the GIF-a-thon thing was to do a series. But I think it'd be hard to make people
have the same
stick
quality
to it for a whole month or even a week. Like even like the when people do like Inktober or whatever.
Yeah, it's tough.
Most people can't manage a whole month because people are busy. It's kind of difficult to set aside the whole month for something.
So there are a lot of like changes like this, like draw every day or make illustration. But you were saying like GIF-a-thon, sometimes you spend 8 hours per day in After Effects. It's real dedication. Yeah, we have the winner for the Creative Cloud socks. It's very soft. You want to read the name of the winner? It's easier to read this one.
Yeah, Anita Lima.
Yeah, congratulations, Anita. Let us know where you're from, what you're doing. If you're also a motion designer, if you want to become a motion designer. And we will send you a private message on Behance and you will receive the Creative Cloud socks.
Which don't have After Effects on.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I hope we have we have new giveaways also in the upcoming shows you will see, including one which is very cool. But even this one doesn't have After Effects. We need to talk to this team.
People don't care about After Effects. So I keep going back to using the trackpad just out of habit. But
And coming next is Christine Arth, and we will do also giveaways during this show with Christine. So Christine is a graphic designer. She's based in San Francisco, and she works on the identity for a lot of brands. And you can check her website. It's quite impressive. So she will work on the identity for this fictional conference that the team this week is promoting. So it's a conference for creative people. The core value is create and share, open design. And we have James, Christine. He will work on the identity, the logo, the applications, like how it would be displayed on the bag, this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And the style guide. And Jessica is the UX designer, so she will work on the app that we could use for the conference with innovative concepts. And Tracy is an illustrator. She will work on a poster. More like I would say, I'm not sure what she will be doing actually, but I think it's more like an activity poster about the core value, create and share, and the community. No, so not a classic poster just to say, hey, this is the date of the conference, this is the address. No, it would be more about the create and share concept and the creative community. And make sure to submit your design for the badge. We will review the design in about 10 minutes. So make sure to upload the design now. Everything is detailed in the challenge tab. And today we give you a template. So you will save a lot of time. You can just edit a layer in Photoshop and export the file. Ryan is asking if anyone in the chat is using Essential Graphics of pseudo effects. Yeah, this is more hardcore stuff, I think.
Yeah,
More
I
for
don't know
like
anything about this
yeah.
software.
I think it's more on top of video when you want to,
Right.
yeah, to add spatial effects. Hi Max, so the Puppet brush or the Puppet pin tool, do you animate with the Puppet pin tool, they're asking?
Do I?
Yeah.
Not very often. I sometimes use it. I'm trying to think when I used it recently. I think if you have like a limb that has a pattern on it, and it's useful.
Oh, okay.
So I think I did something with like, it was like a bush that was shaped like something. It had all the detail of the leaves on the bush. So doing that with any other technique would be hard, but you can have to use Puppet Pin and animate the bush and like kind of swaying.
Yeah, with that.
And to keep the texture. I find it a bit kind of fiddly to move
Nice.
to use, and sometimes it kind of you get kind of glitches. But yeah, it's useful.
Mary's saying maybe you could use Illustrator to do a wiggly stroke and then convert it to outline and import it to make the shape super fast.
Yeah, I could, but
doesn't want to.
there's a lot of things that I could do.
Yeah, a lot of things.
But
He could be surfing right
yeah. And also, I kind of don't like things being perfect. As in, like, if it did like a wiggly stroke,
Yeah.
it'd be a perfect smooth curve.
And again, you need to make sure that you can control your anchor points after. Like sometimes when you copy paste from Illustrator, you don't really know where how the vectors, the path work.
Right.
Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Thomas is a college teacher of animation classes, but the tool they're using is Adobe Animate, formerly Flash. Curious to see James work in After Effects. So yeah, today we're focusing on the illustration part in After Effects, and tomorrow he will start the animation. So make sure to be back tomorrow and tell all your students that they should watch. The entire school. Vincent is asking, is it hard to read characters with outlined limbs with rubber hose, or is it just better with flat parts?
I think now you can, because I was saying you can use a
within
third
your
IK animation, so there are ways to do it, and you can get parent objects to each of the bones at the joints instead of doing it the way that I use it. But yeah, for my kind of style, I haven't really tried that yet. Probably should.
I'm receiving new badges. So there's something
How
funny.
many have you got?
There's something that really was watching you. Someone was watching you, like, trying to reproduce the brush. You will see.
Oh, okay. So this is kind of going to be the idea that he's going to be next to the curtain and he's going to open it.
Oh, he will be on the left.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly yet. I'm going to figure it
Sure.
out. The plan is, yeah, he's going
Maybe
to
somewhere.
he's going to pull a rope that's on the side,
Oh, cool.
and the rope's going to open the curtain. You see, that's the idea.
Yeah. Old-fashioned.
Yeah, it's like a theatre kind of thing. But I still need to do some more of the interface. Really, I don't know if I'm going to spend much time today doing it.
We have Mike Garrado in the chat saying, hey, I'm fan of your work, James. You have been doing some great work with your trip GIFs. Yeah, these were definitely very popular. It was a Vimeo staff pick.
Yeah, it was.
So how does it work? You receive an email, or they just tell you, oh, by the way?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I think I've had 4 staff picks now. The first time they don't tell you; it just kind of happens. But I think since then, I've kind of met the people who do it, the curators. So yeah, I went to the Vimeo office a while ago, and they gave me like a Vimeo staff pick badge, like an actual badge.
Oh, that's nice.
And they have all kind of different things like.
Where is Vimeo, by the way?
In New York, yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. So also there is you can be featured on Behance.
Yeah, I think one of my things was it was featured in one of the categories like motion design.
Yeah, motion graphics. Yeah. And they, but the curators they change like I think every month or every 2 months.
Right.
And they keep the name secret. So they are like.
So you can't pester them and like feature me. Are you one of them?
No. I just curate the guest on Adobe Live. That's it. But we had some projects made on Adobe Live, which Behance project, and they have been featured. Like we received the,
But that was
especially in UX design.
You didn't tell them to do that; they just did that.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I would like to, I don't know who to speak to.
Oh, even you don't even know. It's a secret to you.
Nobody knows. Like I think there is just one person who knows at Behance.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I need to be careful with the clock because this week we are doing 90-minute shows and I'm used to 2 hours. So James, so it means that, we have about 12 minutes left together this first day. We just review some badges. We have about like four badges to review, so it'll be easy to review and to pick the one you want to reward.
Okay.
So we'll do that in about 3 minutes.
I'll probably end up. I might finish this stuff later today, so that tomorrow I can just get started animating. There's not loads more to do.
Yeah. So Joseph is asking how long does it take to make a video like that. So you will see Joseph. So he really started from scratch today. And it was 1 hour and 10 minutes ago. Let's say one hour ago with the introduction. So he will keep working. Maybe you can let us know tomorrow, like how much time you took, to add some stuff. And if you come back tomorrow at the same time, he will work on the animation side. Anita is asking, no skinny legs? No, actually it's a design choice.
Yeah, he might. I don't know. Maybe
he's floating.
I'm going to think about that. I mean,
yeah, but I like the reference to
the paperclip.
The paperclip in Microsoft Office.
He hasn't got any arms either, though. I think
for the designers who were there in the 90s. There was a dog at some point.
Already?
Yeah.
Was that in Word or was that?
Yeah, there was a dog. One of the windows. Joshua is asking, the far right corner, is it a plugin? Yeah, it's a Weber House. You can watch the replay. We are talking about this plugin, which is awesome. Clippy, yes, Brian. Clippy. That was the name of the clipboard, apparently. Clippy. And hi Vicky, thanks for joining. So Jebs is working in After Effects on an animation. We have 4 designers today, all working on the same campaign. We market a fictional new conference for creative people, and the value is create and share. Next, Christine is coming next. She will be live with us in 15 minutes, and she will be the graphic designer, work on the identity of the team. Then we have a UX designer, Jessica, and Tracy Ching working on illustration. So a full day of creativity on the same theme. And this is today, tomorrow, and also on Thursday. So make sure to tune in. for all these segments, 90-minute shows this week. Okay, so maybe, James, we can pause and review some entries,
Okay.
if that's okay with you. Okay, just got a new one in real time. Just checking before. Okay, that's good. Here we go. We have the first one. So they still don't know what is the name of the conference, so they have to find a name. And here we have, you are invited, the Creation Ship Conference with a ship. I like this idea of being on the same ship. Is it an expression also in English?
What?
Being on the same ship?
Yeah, it's like, you're all part of the same, it's like working together, you're a crew. Yeah. But those two are by one person, right? There's like two.
Yeah, or maybe that's for the staff, and the other one is for the... Or there is the VIP, and Okay, we have another one, which... Whoa. Space Goop?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's nice, I like the character.
Yeah, with a crab.
Is he holding on to something? Like
Crab in space.
He's pulling down.
He's putting down the...
Yeah, exactly.
Like the curtains.
Yeah.
And it will be in Las Vegas. Okay, good to know. Okay, the Space Goop, interesting.
I like the colours on that as well.
So here, this is what I suspect, like started with the brush character, and now it looks like something else.
It's like a spade, isn't it? It's like this. It looks like it's the beach. I don't know. It's like sandy, like the sea.
Yeah, it's sandy. But I like this, like the pattern.
Yeah.
It's good. Then, here we go. Very easy to read the name.
Yeah.
You need to be careful because sometimes you have much more longer name. And that's the Create Conference.
Yeah, the light bulb, like an idea.
Yeah, like having an idea. Yeah. It's very bold. And that's by Chelsea. Thanks, Chelsea, for sharing. And we have David, like making a new proposal for Adobe Max and the World Gaming Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how many am I picking? Just one?
So yeah, the one you want to reward because you like an idea, you like an execution, or just yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the either the first two. I like the idea, the name of the first one and the ship idea.
Yeah.
That was good. But I like the character for the second one as well. Let's do the second one.
This one?
Yeah.
With the character?
Sure.
Okay, congratulations to the designer behind this concept. Good job on placing a character for James. And you will receive a Creative Cloud subscription. Okay, if you're already a Creative Cloud member, it will extend your membership, but good job, you will also receive a private message on Behance. For the other ones, you can tweak your design, maybe take another creative direction and submit again, because during each show, we will review entries and ask our guests, okay, which badge do you want to reward, okay? Okay, we still have 6 minutes together, so I guess we can keep working.
Mm-hmm. I've got more to do. So I just made the background transparent, so as these curtains open.
The top is a UI, that's good.
There's going to be a hole. Yeah, I'm going to probably add in some more of the tools around the edges, just to kind of make it seem a bit more. I don't think I want to make it specifically Photoshop necessarily. It's just like this is just some software,
some basic tools.
Yeah.
Creative tools, though, because it's a conference for creative people. So
yeah. That's why it's a paintbrush.
Yeah.
I guess there'd be some kind of rope hanging out here.
We need a rope.
Put it on the top. Cool. I mean, again, I might end up doing the rope with rubber hose. Sometimes it helps to use that for something that's like attached to a hand. It's not always good for limbs. It's good for any kind of stroke, which is kind of attached to a different point. But for now.
And is there an easy way to do, like on the rope something?
Like the different shades of yellow, you mean? Yeah. I mean, you can do it with just a dashed line. So I will do that. And I can do the same thing with rubber hose.
Kevin is asking, do you do storyboards sometimes for more complex animations?
For longer things, for GIFs, it's kind of...
longer things, yeah.
I mean, I might do 2 frames. When you're doing work for clients, you kind of have to show them something. You can't just be like, wait till it's finished.
And Jet is asking, how do you find clients?
how do I find them? They kind of find me usually. I mean, I don't really ever.
So you work on your web presence, I would
Yeah,
say.
I think just doing your own projects like GIF-a-thons or whatever, you kind of build an audience that way.
You get noticed. They like your style and
Yeah,
oh,
or
we
even
have this
Behance as well. I
idea.
think a lot of people get work through Behance. So is this what you mean if you add like a duplicate of the layer and then
Oh, okay, you
you
duplicate
add some
it.
dashes like that?
Oh,
Is
dash.
that what you
Oh,
mean?
here we go. Yeah.
And then again, if you just kind of, I'm not sure if I'll do it with paths, maybe I will, but you can link that path to that. So when you animate one of them, they both follow it.
I see. Hi, Kiles. So today James is working with a Wacom tablet, but usually he's using the trackpad, especially when he travels. Yeah.
Yeah, but for Maya especially, you kind of have to use some kind of device because you need a middle button to use it really easily. And like assigning that to a trackpad's quite hard.
And Ash is asking also, like when you sell out a concept for a client, like an animation,
Yeah.
you just speak to it, or do you know?
Yeah, I
sometimes
think you kind of have to
sketch
do a
some
bit of
stuff?
both. Usually I'll start with a written idea and see if I like that as a starting point, and then I'll do usually kind of an almost finished design as a frame.
Oh, okay.
And then there might be a bit of kind of back and forth just to tweak that before they kind of approve it before you start the animation.
So this would be the frame, for instance.
Yeah, well not yet, once it's finished.
Yeah.
And then
And then once it's
you
approved, then
might even start with the
animating.
character first, and then
Yeah.
give them the character separately, and then work from that, add more.
Hey Rob, good to see you in the chat. Rob, who will be back soon, and will be live in March.
Who's Rob?
He's an illustrator, and he's using Illustrator Draw on iPad in those portraits, vector portraits. Robzilla. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Cool.
Okay, so it's almost time to say goodbye. So maybe we can recap and explain what's the plan for tomorrow.
Plans to start doing the 2D animation, so I'll animate the character pulling the rope, which opens the curtains. Shouldn't be that hard, so I might kind of finish off just getting it set up to start animating first thing.
Okay, so tomorrow animation,
Yeah,
and then on
and then the last
Thursday you will import
I'll
some
import
3D models.
some 3D models and kind of turn it into a seamless loop and show how I export that as a GIF.
Cool. What type of 3D models it would be? To make the seats? Or?
No, it's going to be maybe we should wait and see. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's going to be a laptop. So it's a screen on a laptop, and it's
so
not
good.
flying through screens of a laptop.
Wow, so cool. This is awesome. Yeah, they're like, oh, can't wait to see this get animated. So yeah, make sure to come back tomorrow. But we're still working today on this brief of Creative Conference. Our next guest is Christine. She will work on the identity. I'm sure she has found an awesome name. We'll see. You will let us know. And she will have to work on the logo, the style, and share everything with Jessica, because Jessica is the UX designer and she will have to use all this,
Yeah, it's all about teamwork.
what she will find, right? So, teamwork, yeah, we will see. And James, you will also maybe take a look on Christine works and maybe adjust
maybe
a few things.
incorporate some of that
We'll
into
see.
my design. So.
But yeah, thanks again for coming today, and excited to have you back tomorrow to start
you.
animating these awesome GIFs. So stay tuned. We will be back very soon with Christine, okay, on behance.net/live. If you want to watch also, if you're really into animation, make sure to come back tomorrow, add a reminder in your calendar, and it will be awesome. So we will be back in a few minutes. Really stay tuned with Christine Arth and Kathleen, who will be hosting. Thanks, James.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.